Welcome back, everybody, to Total Nonstop Impact. Impact Talk for Impact fans, featured right here on the Impact Lounge. This is Trent, late as hell, along with my co-host, Jaybone. Jaybone, say hello to the people.
Dude, you're so late. Kyle would call you a scumbag.
Guys, it is official. The Trent Empire PC is finally starting to give up on itself. It's time. The year is ending, and it's saying, I'm done. I cannot go on. You've recorded too many podcasts on me, and I'm finished. And it's cashing itself out, J-Bone. It's done. I got nothing. Yes, it's last rites. Last rites.
Oh.
So that's where we're at. That's where we're at, guys. So how's everybody doing today? I'm so sorry I'm late. Thank you all for hanging around. Thank you for waiting.
We are 20
J-Bone.
deep, brother. They are here for us. They
here.
love us when we love you guys.
Jay, thank you for entertaining the masses while they've been waiting for me. I appreciate that.
I'm
a disaster.
Your better half even jumped into chat and really entertained them too.
Did she really? Okay, that's good. That's
she
nice.
is chatting it up with all the loungers.
I see her hashtag floating around. She's got her own hashtag. Wrestling nurse.
Nice.
Good for her.
For everyone who is here tonight, I just want to say thank you. Legit, from this is, I mean, you can take this in a comical way, but I mean this seriously. I mean, there's much bigger things going on out there, entertainment wise, that you guys could be doing, and you're here. Like, hey, Star Wars is opening tonight. Thank you. I mean, hey, and I'd want to go see it too. It's just not in my budget. It's on my to-do list though for the new year, whatever. It'll be around for a while. But thanks everyone for being here. Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. We all appreciate that. Jay, you are a Star Wars guy? Let's just talk about that for a second.
Oh yeah, dude. And it's going to be emotional because they actually stuck Princess Leia in, or General Leia, whatever they call her now. They actually stuck her in the movie via computer digitally, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, she's in. Oh, really? Okay.
And so, that's going to be emotional to see because she is.
She's dead.
Yeah, she's not here. No, I had a note. I'm sorry, I had a thing pop up on my screen. No, we're all good.
Our computers are turning on us today, J-Bone. They're turning.
Mine was acting up this week, because I got two computers that talk to each other and I do different shit on each one. And that was screwing with me. So.
Well, we're here now.
The force is not with us.
No, not with my computer. I will be seeing it at some point. I'm not the first day kind of guy. I like to wait a little bit and I'll get to it, but we'll definitely get there, guys. I'll maybe next week. I'm J-Bone. I gotta get through work tomorrow, and I'm off from tomorrow through the 2nd. So we're gonna record the throwback number 3 episode, guys. If you haven't seen, we've been doing the TNI throwback. We're reviewing NWA TNA episodes, starting at number 1 on the OG channel. Now, which is we're gonna link it in here and everything. But we've done 2 episodes so far. It's on there. It's on iTunes and everything as well. We're going to keep it going. Episode number 3. We're going to try, maybe, Jay, I'm going to try to get a couple maybe in the can for that holiday week. We'll try to do maybe a few of them. Eric D. Hoff has watched 10 NWA TNAs already. He's ahead of us. He's like, I'm ready for when you guys do the reviews. I'm 10 in.
He's so far in, we're not going to be able to catch up to him.
Yeah. Wrestling Nurse is asking us. There's a little bit of news. Let's jump into the news here. The big news.
Yes, let's do this. Yes.
Big news, Killer Kross finally released from Impact Wrestling contract. This was an ordeal, huh? This was something for all better part of the last 6 months. It was pretty heavy. And even before that, it started kind of before that too. Got a little dicey, Jay. What do you think? He's finally been released. They announced it officially. So, I mean, this is an official word. He released a video teasing every other promotion. Interesting thoughts. I know a lot of people were upset at him.
That was really interesting. He released that yesterday, and then already today he got announced. I mean, this is Impact, and Kyle would yell at me. But whatever. He already got announced for MLW, so that's very interesting. But I got a feeling that's not going to be the only place he shows up within the next, we'll just say, few months.
No, I mean, he's going to be making the rounds, right? The idea, I think, what's going to happen with Killer Kross is going to go everywhere. He's gonna do a round of everything,
Yeah.
and then you'll see where he ends up. Maybe by Q1 of next year. But I personally, I know Kross. I work with him at AAW. We're gonna have him next Saturday at AAW against Matt Justice.
Just saw that. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, just announced that he's a phenomenal talent, and he's a friend. I consider him a friend. We talk. He's a phenomenal talent. One of the most compelling characters we've had in years. He's amazing. And but I wish it was different with Impact. I really do. Whoever's at fault, I don't know. I wish it was different.
I'll blame probably and like I've said this once, I've said it a million times. There's going to be stuff out there that we are not privy to. That's one side's going to say this, another side's going to say that, and there's going to be stuff in between that we just don't know. So anybody out there that claims to know anything, unless you have a one-on-one conversation with the man as far as everything that went down, don't pretend like you know everything, because God knows I don't, and I talk about wrestling a lot.
Listen, I've even talked to the man personally. I'm hearing his side, I hear other sides. Whatever it is, it is what it is. He's gone. I wish it could have been different. Just to answer a couple questions I'm seeing in the chat. Bell's Boy is asking Windy City Classic 15. Yes, that's correct. That's next Saturday. Fight TV. And guess what, guys? I'm going to announce something here. Your boy right here is I'm doing the Fight TV pre-show, the hype show before we go on the air. So me right here, I'm doing the hype show. You guys want to tune in? You'll see me. Nice. But I have a request from the Humble Beast. Wants me to do the Kyle voice real quick on you, Jaybone, because you brought MLW. Hey, fuck you, Jaybone. You keep talking MLW. I'm going to kick you off of this podcast and do another podcast. You can do your own MLW. You can go smash your own goddamn podcast. I don't give a fuck anymore, Jaybone. You keep talking MLW. We're going to change the name of this podcast. So, there's my Kyle for you today.
He's so sick. Okay. So the plan this week was
he's sick again.
I'm just saying he was the original plan was he was going to debut his own Scumbag episode on the OG channel,
Scumbag show
this week, but he was so sick he couldn't even get that done. And I know he's busy too, but he'll probably debut it within the next few weeks. Like right after the holidays is my guess.
Maybe even holiday week.
Yeah, maybe. It all depends. But so that was the original plan. That's why we didn't see it. It's because the Scumbag was illin'.
Yeah, good for him, man. The Scumbag was illin', but he's gonna get his show. The Scumbag show will debut on the OG channel. That's part of it. Jay and I are even thinking about other stuff we can do. I'm thinking about one I can do solo. Jay can bring maybe a solo segment over. I even want to start talking to some of the listeners like Hakeem Fullerton. He does those awesome articles. Okay, I'm going to come at you and talk to you about some stuff, about maybe doing a segment on the channel. I know I've talked to Bison about some ideas. So if you guys have ideas for a segment you want to do, the OG channel is going to build up a lot. So let's talk. Come at us, get in the DMs, talk to us. But anyway, Jay, December 17th episode of Impact Wrestling. Let's jump into it. Melrose Ballroom. We're on the stretch. Hard to Kill coming up on January 12th. The weekend. They've announced the Fan Fest for the weekend, Jay. They got a lot of stuff going on. So the weekend's starting to build up. I think the card is officially set now. I think we're officially in.
Yeah, and it looks like a pretty good card. I'm not feeling this one like the one that we attended, but But I'm sure, it's still going to be fun. It's still going to be, we love Impact. So there's going to be stuff we pop for, and then stuff that we'll just see how it plays out in the ring. If we're not that excited for it, maybe we will be by the end of the show.
It's got a couple of odd matchups that seem a little rushed, but they seem cool. They could be cool. The thing is, the big ones are hooked. They're really hooking. They're anchoring the show, and I think they're almost enough to really draw eyes to the rest of it. So I think we're into something here. We're on something here. So let's see how we'll do a hype show, guys. I'm gonna be going down there. Me and the nurse are going down to Texas for Hard to Kill. So Jay, we'll do that Thursday or so, the night before, or we leave on that Friday. we'll do the review episode, and then we'll do a quick hype of the pay-per-view. How about that?
Yes. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I want to comment on the whole 3 million subs. Congrats to Impact Wrestling for getting to 3 million subs on YouTube. Someone
huge
cracked a little joke on BQ unsubscribing from the channel. Hey, they still got it.
Yeah, BQ has been on a bit of a tirade on Impact's promotion lately. I don't know why, but hey, to each his own, man. We're still subscribed.
He's dissing everyone. He was even dissing AEW earlier. I was like, oh my god.
Nobody's safe from BQ's wrath right now. The boss is on a tear. And he's on a tear, Jaybone. But yeah, man, we'll see. But we'll get to it, guys. We'll definitely talk more Hard to Kill. Then keep in mind, I want to put this out there. The next 2 weeks, no Impact on Tuesday. Remember that, guys. No Impact. They're doing the award show and recap shows on Saturdays. The next couple Saturdays, because you got Christmas Eve and you got New Year's Eve. No one's watching TV. They're not going to waste their time with that. So remember, the Saturdays of that week are going to be the 2 recap and review shows. So, yes, Wrestling Nurse, we will be there for the Fan Fest, just to let you know. We're going to go. We have to. Somebody might get hurt. But right. Let's jump into it, guys.
Those crazy people in Texas.
There's a lot. Fans can get violent. I've seen fans, get emotional. But let's get in here. December 17th episode. We opened up with Jordynne Grace taking on one of your favorites, Tenille Dashwood. This was now this match got announced the week of, had no hype. Tenille doesn't put anything out. And I saw nothing but Impact fans really being hard on this, because she is not. This has been a failed experiment, in my opinion. I don't think that the Tenille thing has been great. I don't know, man. I don't think it's done anything for the product this whole time. And I said that going in. I said it before when she signed, because I had an experience there at AAW, and I said it to everybody. And I just don't. I knew it was a waste.
Yeah,
but
I'll say this, and yeah, I've been critical of it too. I've been hoping for the best, and it just, some people she gelled with in the ring, others it just feels like it never got off the ground. I'll say this though about this particular match, and I know I said this about one other match, and I off the top of my head, because we haven't seen her in a while, I can't remember what match I said it about. But this match, Tenille Dashwood versus Jordynne Grace, oh my God, this was a damn good match.
This was better. And I think I'm going to credit Jordynne, because Jordynne is the anchor here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely. Absolutely.
It was one of Tenille's better ones. I'm not going to say it wasn't.
Yeah.
But
I'd say it was her best one in Impact Wrestling.
I would say so far for sure, it was her best one. But Jordynne wins this one. She takes the win out, rightfully so. She's going into the title shot against Taya. So Jordynne wins this one. Now, before I get into any more detail, remember we got ODB in the mix on this match too. Now, do you guys? I still feel like they muddied it up with ODB, especially now ODB showed up on NWA as well. Did they muddy up that Knockouts title shot, throwing ODB in there? Jay, what do you think about that?
I was surprised. I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised with that. I mean, it's like, okay, it's the classic thing. Whenever you pin the champ, no matter what the situation, you should be considered in some kind of title shot. Well,
she got the title shot on some kind of, it was ODB Appreciation Night, and title shot based on, or that wasn't a title shot at the time, it was a match.
Well, it's because she got the title shot because she pinned the champ.
Right. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah, her when she beat Taya, it wasn't a title shot. It was an exhibition. Or whatever you want to call it. It was a non-title match. Yeah.
I like the fact that Jordynne was going to get her shine. But here's the thing. Here's my prediction on this is that if Jordynne pins ODB and wins the title, then you can protect Taya like crazy.
I knew somebody
He's in
from
the
show
chat.
was gonna.
Which one? The nurse is asking. Wait, which one of you listeners sent that signed bikini photo of a female wrestler Trent? The signed Amber Nova photo was done by Eric D. Hoff. He's in the damn chat. You guys can fight it out. You guys fight it. I told him you weren't mad at him, but match is over. Taya runs out, starts attacking Jordynne. Tenille saves her a little bit. So, you know, she's there's some goodwill there. There's some goodwill going on with you guys are having way too much fun over here in the comments. The nurse gets in here and disrupts the show. The nurse takes over the damn show. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to give her her own show. There's too much fanfare for the nurse. So we get backstage, Jay. Moose is in the elevator. He comes out of the elevator. He's face to face with Rhino. They face off. This was inevitable. I'm shocked that they haven't faced off yet. But he tells Rhino that he's you know he's gonna face his spear. You know, like the way Rob Van Dam did. Rhino attacks Moose and they start brawling. So you're setting up Moose and Rhino. That's probably the last ECW guy Moose has to take out. You know, and this is the one I was waiting for because they both have the spear. You know, they both have the spear, the no jackhammer needed, and then the gore. I mean, they both have that finisher. And I was waiting for the
I love the name of that. No jackhammer needed.
I love it.
When they first came, I'm like, they gotta shorten that up. But it's so funny. It's like, nah, keep it.
I like it because it took me a while to get it. As odd as that sounds, it took me a while to get it, but it was funny because it's saying like because Goldberg would do the spear and the jackhammer. Moose like my spear's enough. I don't need the jackhammer.
Yeah, see, and I'm a Goldberg guy. I got that right away. I was like,
that's pretty good. It's pretty good. So they're setting that up with those two. I figured that's got to be the last one. It's a bit of a what do we do with these guys match, but this one was inevitable because of the finisher. I think it had to happen. I'm
excited about this though. I mean, even though it's kind of put together it's last minute, but honestly, there's not a whole lot you have to do with this. It's there's some that you really want to see a build up over several weeks. This one, it's like you said, it's spear versus spear. This is not one you gotta like put a huge math equation into it and carry the 9 and drop the X and no, just stick these guys in the ring. They're gonna beat the shit out of each other. That's all I want to see.
Yeah,
no math involved,
and I want to see him go at it because I feel Rhino can still go. He goes at a top level. Moose is obviously the rising star. Humble Beast. I did not find out who did Moose's throwback theme. I'm still working out. The nurse can probably find out. She's in the chat, and since she's pals with Moose, she can find out for you. But I'll find out if she doesn't. But now this is an interesting one. We go backstage. Willie Mack's chilling. The North comes up to him. They say, "Hey, we're never here to fight." They basically start instigating the break between Swann and Mack, right? They're teasing it. They've been trying. They keep saying that Swann's a star, be out of his way. You're holding him back. Like they're basically trying to stir shit is what's going on. But Swann catches it. He gets in there in the middle of it. He tells him to bounce, get the hell out of here. I know you guys are starting shit. But if you look at the detail in this is Willie Mack. Do you see Willie's reactions in the background of all this? Bounce, exactly. Critical thing. Bounce.
You got to watch his face. Yeah, this is
the detail.
This is one of the reasons why I love Ethan Page so much. This guy is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm so glad that he and Josh Alexander are tag champs. Mm-hmm. But this dude, just give it time, and not everybody's going to get this, and some may even disagree with me. But this dude is going to be on the top of Impact Wrestling in the next year or so.
No doubt about it. Because he does a lot of solo stuff everywhere else. He can go solo.
He can. And everywhere he goes, I mean, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just watch a handful of his vlogs. And what he does live is I mean, number one, it's comical, so it's entertaining. But number two, the guy can just cut a promo on you like that. I'm not saying he's the best, but he is damn good. And he has quickly become one of my favorites in the company. And so every time he gets on TV, I'm not going to say I'm salivating, but I'm like, I'm on the edge of my seat because I can't wait to see what the hell. I love this. This whole thing that he did here with Willie Mack, it had me intrigued, and everything that he just hooked him in. And then, Swann comes in, and Swann's like, no, cut this out. But if you listen to what Ethan says, he's right.
He is. Ethan Page is a sharp wrestler. He's a thinking wrestler. The guy gets it, and the real talent is how he works. He works the character. I think he's brought out a lot in Josh. He's made Josh an entity right there. He is
absolutely.
Josh was a pure wrestler, but he gave Josh character. I mean, he helped Josh develop more character. I think he is extremely good at what he does. And listen, and I'll be totally honest with the listeners here. I will be 100% honest. There is a lot of heat with Ethan Page and AAW. There it goes back some years, and AAW is my home. That's my family. I work there, but I cannot deny how good he is, and he's always been good to me. I gotta say, I saw him at Warrior Wrestling last week, and I'm not gonna let heat from AAW affect my relationship with him. In terms of in terms of just the way he's treated me, because I saw him last week, and I said, "Hey, thank you so much for all you do for the podcast. You put us over a lot." And he's like, absolutely, of course. He goes, "You guys do so much for us. It's the least we can do." He was so kind about it. So this is like drama aside. Like I said, he's got issues with the company I work for. They got problems, whatever it is. But purely this, I can't take anything away from him.
I think there's so much wrestling in Chicago. It's almost impossible for someone not to butt heads with someone. Do you think that's part of it?
Part of it. I mean, he's a former AAW champion. There's certain things I can't get into him for, just for respect to everybody involved.
That's fine.
But it's, again, like I said, that stuff aside, the guy's a talented son of a bitch. He is so good at what he does.
Yeah.
And there's a reason he's in demand, There's a reason he does this full time. So I appreciate what he does for us. Another guy, just a real side note, Elgin, I thanked him personally because Elgin always puts us over. I thanked him, and he said absolutely not a problem. So guys, honestly, support these two. Support Michael Elgin as well.
He's always sharing our stuff.
Always. Yeah, he's been very good to us. So is RVD, and I'd love to meet RVD and thank him too.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from the other guys like Jake and Rohit and Fallah, like these guys have been real good to us too. But the latest are these two guys, and I got to really appreciate that. So just want to put that out there to everybody. But so we go from that. We got the match. I think nearly stole the show. Nearly stole the show, and it was TJP and Daga. This was cool, man. And remember, TJP came out with Fallah Bahh. The Filipino boys are hanging. They got their little partnership. But this was an interesting match because I was really into this one. I thought this was cool. TJ winning with a submission, which I thought was interesting. I really liked it. I was like, this was Jay. How long do you think this match was?
I timed it. I didn't write it down though. This one went
over 10 minutes, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. This one went between 15 to 20 minutes, I think.
It had to be at least close to 15 for sure, because I think this one.
It was two separate segments that it took up because it went 10 minutes. It hit a commercial break and then kept going at least another almost 10 minutes, if not more. So yeah, this was probably the longest one on the show. This was unbelievable. I was going to jokingly say, but I can't say it with a straight face, but I was going to pick Joey Ryan versus Ace Romero as the match of the show, but no, I can't.
This one was This one was interesting though, man. This was I shocked to see TJ pull out a submission though, and you know what? Don kept talking about it. He's a trained submission guy. He's got a lot of submission stuff. So, dude, I was impressed with it, man. I really like to see more from these two.
Yeah, this right here, I was thinking about this. I was like, they just did the whole awards thing and set that up for the voting. And this one here, I would agree with Hakeem. Yes, absolutely a candidate for match of the year. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, I think they jumped the gun on the match of the year a little too quick, because I think you could have added this easily to it. This was a great TV match, man, for sure. It definitely, Hakeem, exactly. I want to see it on a best of 5 series. That's what I'd love to see, because they had a great back and forth. They had a really good chemistry with each other.
Yeah.
I put it over, man. I put it over. I got dogged for it by Danny Daniels, the legendary wrestler Danny Daniels, who's the owner of AAW. We met last night to go over the show, the Windy City Classic coming up next Saturday. And he goes to me, he goes, I wish you would keep your heat with guys who have given us shit in the past. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, Daga, Daga's given us some shit in the past, some scheduling problems. He goes, but I saw you massaging his nuts on Twitter last night. It's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you're massaging him and TJP's nuts on Twitter. Oh, great match. I go, Jesus Christ. I got to watch out for who's fucked with you and your booking in the past. I got to worry about that now.
That's crazy. This right here, Michael Peacock, he says, was there a story between the two? I don't think it was heat. I don't think it was filler. I think this is honestly going to set up the Daisy Hit Squad versus TJP, Fallah Bahh, and Daga. Yes. I think that's where this is going to go. I think they're going to set up a 3-on-3, maybe a last-minute one for the pay-per-view. That's a guess. Or it could have been just on the show.
I'd like to get them on the pay-per-view. I think they deserve it. But that leads us to the next point. The Daisy Hit Squad make their way out, attack TJP and Fallah. Daga comes in to help. He gets taken out. So, rare occasion that the Daisy boys, the Brown boys, my people, left with their hands held high and a smiling Gama. Gama was happy. I really wanted Kyle on this to talk about how happy Gama was on this live.
Yeah, he wasn't having a heart attack. We haven't seen him smile in a long time.
Got Kyle in the front row on this show, right there wearing his Ace Austin "I Just Banged Your Wife" t-shirt.
Should we? Should we show the? Okay, hang on.
What's the control center telling you, Jay?
They're kind of nudging me. They're saying I should show this. So I was like, okay.
What do we got? Let's share it. Let's share with the listeners here while you're pulling that up. Oh, it's better be good.
Go. There he
is. Look at the front row. Look at that scumbag in the front row. He wears his glasses to look classier and look smarter in public. But he's still a goddamn scumbag.
He's a chip off the old block. Look at that. He's junior. What can I say?
Do you guys have the same frames? You do have the same frames.
It's
He's wearing his Ace Austin.
It's similar.
I asked Kyle, I said, do you walk around Long Island wearing that Ace Austin "I Just Banged Your Wife" t-shirt? And I'm like, do you walk around? He goes, what am I going to do, Trent? I got to wear clothes. I got to go to work. I got to get my bagels, my coffee in the morning. I got to, hey, listen, if I bang somebody's wife, bang somebody's wife. It is what it is. I'm like, you really are a goddamn scumbag. You really are a goddamn scumbag.
Yeah, but you're supposed to set an example around the kids, and there he is.
Classy.
What does bang your wife mean, mommy?
I love it every time Josh says it on commentary.
The mommies and the daddies got to explain that to their kids.
I love when every time Josh says it on commentary, it's like, I just banged your wife. Like he's always so shocked by it. He's like Ace Austin selling a t-shirt here that says Ace Austin 316, I just banged your wife. And Don's always like, what's your problem? What's wrong with that?
Right.
The legend and the myth, the scumbag himself. But Backstage, RVD and Katie run into Brian Cage. Now, I want to get his opinion on this. The RVD and Katie Forbes thing, like they come out afterwards, and Rob Van Dam's making an announcement. The constant making out, like obviously it's on purpose. He's a heel. They're trying to piss you off. We know that.
Oh, yeah.
How does everybody feel about it? Are you liking it? Are you liking it? Are you digging? Like, Jay, what do you like? I get it. It's like, but like even like seeing your friends making out in front of you sometimes it's uncomfortable. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, give me a break. Get a room. But like, it's funny. I find it funny. Don't get me wrong. I find it funny.
Oh, I think it's a
lot.
Hilarious.
It's a lot. I've seen a very mixed reaction from people. Are people liking it? The Rounders in the chat right now. Do you guys like it? Are you feeling the heat from it? Because I love heel RVD has been great on Twitter. I think he's even better than he is in the arena. I think he's phenomenal on Twitter.
Yeah,
I think he's killing it.
I think he is. And I haven't seen a lot of negative online. I saw one guy react to you shared something from the podcast Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Who's watching tonight? Had a ton of responses.
I saw that. Yeah, I was like,
that
I just put
really
that out there.
Got shared, and
that blew up.
And out of the whole line of people that said, "Hey, I'm watching. I'm whatever."
Yeah.
One guy said, "I'm watching, but I turned the channel when I saw all that. I'll flip back later." It's like, oh.
Wow. So some people are really turned off by it, man.
Yeah,
some people are really turned off by it. It's interesting. I mean, from what I understand, there was an article in
That's
the LA
interesting.
commentary. Interesting. Okay, we'll talk about that. I'm gonna remember that. We're gonna come back to that. I want to discuss that in a second.
Okay.
There was an article today on Rob Van Dam in the LAD Bible, I think it's called. It's a very popular website.
Yeah.
About RVD's what do they call it? It was like some
his relationship.
The three of them, right? Because he's now married to Katie Forbes. They got married, but she has a girlfriend, so they have a 3-way relationship.
Are they married?
They just got married last month, according to that article.
Was it? Okay.
It just happened.
They were still. I didn't know if they were like engaged or whatever. I didn't know like the status of their. Like I knew they were together, but I didn't know like married together. Okay. Just
happened. They just got married. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, good for RVD. But the thing is, she's got a girlfriend, and this is legit. This is being written about. So this is some interesting shit. I'm just wondering where. I mean, the guy at 48 years old is living the freaking dream, like, so it's good for him.
She looks like Anna Nicole Smith. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like in the height of Anna Nicole Smith's, rest in peace, obviously, but in the height of her Playboy centerfolds and all that, when she was on top and she was, she spent the year on my wall on the calendar, not going to lie.
You were Anna Nicole Smith guy? I was a Pam Anderson guy back in the day.
Oh, I had that calendar too. I got a few years on you. I started with Cindy Crawford though. I started out pretty tame.
Very tame. Very Sports Illustrated of you, Jay.
Very, yeah. Stole my dad's Sports Illustrated back in the day too. Anyways,
well, let's not talk about your indiscretions here, Jaybone. Let's get out the story.
Oh, sorry. I had a
that's enough. You're out of here. Mir Nisa made an interesting comment just now, though, Jaybone. He says, poor Sonia. No, Mir, do you know the story about Sonia, RVD's ex-wife? This is not good. She was not good. She cheated on him with the handyman and then tried to sue the shit out of him and take all his money. It was
with the pool boy?
Not the pool boy. I think he was a carpenter they hired. And like she cheated on him, she took a bunch of his money. She tried to destroy the guy. Terrible, awful. Bad. What happened? He talked about it. He publicly posted about it. Lakers, the Carmen Electra guy. Back to we're all going to talk about the posters we had on our wall back in the day.
Oh yeah.
So RVD's in the ring. He's talking about how everybody stole his moves, which I like this part of the character a lot. That he's really been talking about how basically everything you see in the ring from other guys is RVD did it 20 years ago, which is very, very true in a lot of ways. And he talks about his now announced match with Brian Cage. He goes, "It's a dream match. I'm hearing it's a dream because a dream come true for Cage because Cage is an RVD mark." Cage comes out, his music hits. They start brawling a little bit. RVD and Katie set up a Van Terminator. He goes like he's going to do it. And then he just basically tells the crowd, "Screw you, you're not getting it for free." So, again, more heat. RVD just building that heel character, which I think what makes it good is that he loves doing it. You could tell he's really enjoying it, Jay. Like he's liking being a heel. You know, he's liking this aspect of it. But let's break here because they had an Impact Plus moment of the week. Let's talk this commentary problem.
Yes.
Now, some people are saying commentary's stale. I'm curious as to why. And I'm going to say something before I kick it to you, Jay. Listening to, since we've been doing the throwback shows, the NWA TNA shows, interesting. Let's keep that in mind. Hearing Tenille and Don West and that fiery excitement they have when they commentate, I really miss that kind of commentary. It's making me miss that a lot. Josh has his funny moments, no question. He's a good play-by-play guy. He's a very sound play-by-play move guy. He's definitely illustrating the picture for you. No question about it. He's painting that picture for you. But man, there's something about when a match calls for it, it can, like, explosive commentary can really get you into it, Jay. I mean, how have you been feeling watching these throwback shows? I mean, I've been feeling that way with the commentary.
It makes me miss today. It makes me appreciate everything he did. I mean, he was very I think he loosens up a little bit down the road. He was very professional, very stiff. I'm seeing this
old school.
In the first. Oh yeah, and Don West was like I said, he was just feeding off of everything moment by moment, just losing his mind. And then of course there was who's the third guy again? What was his name?
Ed Ferrara, former writer, yeah.
And he was the color, he was the heel of the three. You know, it was a nice mix. But I, you know, yeah, man, I miss today. They really need to like bring him back for a Hall of Fame or something.
I think they tried to. I think he turned it down, unfortunately. So
well, they need to keep asking him.
They should. It worked for Bruno eventually, right? And they broke Bruno down years later. So it worked for.
It's wrestling. You never say never, no matter what. Yeah. But I love what Callis and Josh are doing. I feel like the two work very well together. I understand people's opinion of it. You know, I feel like they should either I highlighted it here. Someone said about Matt Stryker. Matt Stryker actually works in the back. I don't know if he works in the back for all the shows.
I think he just started. He just started.
And Matt Stryker, I love Matt Stryker from Lucha Underground. Such a wise. He's a wise guy, but no, he's wise in his telling of stuff between matches, people's history, where they came from, their move sets. Just Matt Stryker is just phenomenal.
Do you remember that Lucha versus Impact show from last year's WrestleMania weekend?
Oh, that was a blast.
And it was Matt Stryker and Josh on commentary.
Yes.
It was good, man. Not to say Don isn't good or Scott isn't good when he does those things with Josh, but man, Matt and Josh are really good together.
Yes. Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind that. I would not mind that at all. That's a good little mix, man.
Didn't Stryker jump in a show recently somewhere? It was like a house show or something with him.
He might have. I know he did some agent work, so maybe I don't know.
He did, or it was. Oh, you know what? I don't think it was an Impact show. I think it was. something else.
Okay.
Must have been some other company.
Okay. Yeah, I know he's been popping up. I mean, he's been doing stuff. So I don't know.
You know what? I think it was like Triple Mania or something. I saw him pop up again.
He stays active, Matt Stryker. He's around, and he's a great mind. So
yeah.
And yeah, Colby's right. Colby's mentioning. I thought he works backstage in Impact. I could have sworn it started with these tapings. I'm pretty sure it.
Yeah,
he's back.
Yeah. So what exactly? Producer or whatever. Yeah. I don't know what they call who doing whatever. But yeah,
man,
absolutely. He's
Lakers coming back with that Scott Hudson reference, though. Man, I was a huge Scott Hudson mark. He was one of the best commentators in my lifetime, but short-lived. He went to he was just on, I think, Sean Mooney's podcast. He did a podcast talking about where he's at now. So he works for, I think, the city of Atlanta or something. He's around. He's still doing okay. But I love Scott Hudson. I think he was great. But let's keep going here. We go to the back, guys. Suzy's wandering around, and Rosemary finds her. So Suzy's, dazed and confused, wandering around. Rosemary finds her, and Suzy says she's looking for her father, James Mitchell, her buddy. And Rosemary kind of goes into very Rosemary, Rosemary things, and ask her if she's looking for a lost memory. But Mitchell comes up, "What are you doing? Oh, God damn it, Rosemary! What do you think you're doing? Stay away from her!" And he comes in, he asks her to stay away. Havoc comes out, starts choking Rosemary. It causes Suzy to freak out, or as Macho Man would say, freak out. And she has one of her premonitions and one of her moments and flashback. Everybody kind of gets dazed and rocked. And yes, Josh Matthews just resigned. So she, after a breakdown, she looks cheerful again. So this is leading up to something. I really hope it explodes at Hard to Kill. I mean, I want her to be on the card. Bring this at Hard to Kill. Like, make this whole thing pop. Shut up, Mooney. So we'll see where they go with it. I don't want to stretch out too long, Jay. What do you think? I mean, it could go. The mistake could be that the Suzy thing goes too long. What do you think?
That scream is the most this story has moved in weeks. When Suzy screamed and the whole screen went like red and shook and everybody like dropped, something's going on. Something devastating is going to happen with Suzy's character. And I like the fact that it's a slow burn. I'm okay with that. As long as it's consistent and it keeps slowly moving forward, which it is, because, we've got the relationship between her and the minister, and Jessica Havoc's in the background. Yeah. They're trying to keep her at bay. Rosemary's messing with Suzy, trying to I think Rosemary's trying to figure her out too, in her own little way. So yeah, this is slowly building, and it's I like it.
I believe, my theory is there's one more huge level that's going to reveal to this before we get to the final, and that's going to be really cool. I think there's like one more thing before you get to the full shift back into Su Yung. So I'm waiting for what that is, and I need that to be something really engaging, because that's going to be what hooks it for whatever feud comes out of it, whether it's Rosemary, Jessica Havoc, whoever it is. This is going to be the thing that shifts it. So we'll find out. And it's a slow burn angle, no question about it. It's one that's going to definitely, it's got us intrigued. I'm intrigued on where it's going. I love it. I love that it's different. It's weird.
This is funny.
Suzy needs to talk to Courtney Rush, said by Critical Sting. That'd be interesting. That's the two alter egos. Critical Sting, that could be exactly what I'm talking about. That could be the one thing. That could be the other thing that you need, that you have Rosemary's alter ego talking to Suzy's alter ego, and it's like, who the fuck's doing what here? Like, who's running what? That could be very cool. That could be very, very cool. I'm not opposed to that if done right, but depends when you decide to to fully do the reveal on this whole thing. So we'll see, man. We go to the locker room, Jay. Kiera Hogan and Madison Rayne are sitting there chatting away. Taya interrupts, says she needs tag team partner. She needs help. And she said, they're like, well, what's in it for us if we help you? We don't want to help you. And she's like, fine, you can both have title shots. And they're like, we'll think about it, because they're like, you might not be champion. So, uniting heels. What's going on here? We'll see. Nothing major right there. But next match, guys, Rich Swann and Willie Mack taking on Ethan Page with Josh Alexander. Solo match. This, guys, I'm going to go out on a limb. I want the chat to respond to this statement. Rich Swann is the best goddamn wrestler in Impact Wrestling right now.
Oof.
I want to hear the reaction.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one, because I will put him in. I'll say this. I'll put him in the top 3. Absolutely. I don't know if he's the best. And oh man, because I like others too.
I love a lot of them. Don't get me wrong. I know it's a very broad statement, but god damn it, there has been nobody this good. Like, I'm talking week after week after week. Personality, charisma, ability. He is so goddamn good and dynamic. It's unbelievable. It is a hard. Look, I know I made a very tough statement right there, because I'm a huge Sami mark. I think Elgin's not had a bad match. Tessa obviously is a star.
You're gonna put a crack in the fan base. No,
I know. I'm wreaking havoc with this. But
that's a very good list.
That to me is the list. If you want to talk a top 3, that's the list. And it's hard because Tessa should be in that too. I don't know what
Tessa, he says, or Tessa.
I don't know what to say. There's a lot. There's so many there, but shit. To me, guys, I cannot get over how good Rich Swann is. He's so damn good. It's incredible.
Another good name right there.
Another one, Eddie Edwards. Shit, man. I can't pick one, Jay. I can't pick one.
Yeah,
I can't. But
I would make a top 5, but I would put it in no. There's order. A good list too. I would put it in no particular order. I would say Tessa, in no particular order. Tessa, Ethan Page. I'm going to put Ethan Page in there.
Okay.
Swann, Callahan, and Elgin.
Yeah, that's a good list too. To me, Rich Swann is like, there's nobody who ignites everybody. Like Swann ignites the entire crowd, no matter what the match is.
Oh, his charisma is ridiculous.
Well, he calls it, right, the cart. Charisma, athleticism, and raw talent. That's what he says. So he's the man, dude. Yes. I think he's great. I think he's a great. I thought he
was talking about me.
No, Jay, we're talking about you. Guys, everybody pay Jay a compliment. I think he needs one right now. we need that on the soundboard, like the sad wah, wah, wah. We need to get those on the soundboard too.
For crickets.
Can I just say, if anybody has a chance to meet Rich Swann, wait in his line, meet the man. He makes you feel so good about being a fan. It's incredible. Before I get to this match, there's an interesting question posed on who is the most overrated in the locker room. That's interesting. Who is the most overrated wrestler? Millard Harris is asking this in Impact. That's tough. That's very tough. I feel they do a great job at balancing everybody properly. So I'm curious about that one. I don't want. That's a very tough question, because I feel everybody has because it's on a big roster. Everybody has a purpose. So where's the overrating come in? I don't know. I don't know. I think they've done a very good job at balancing everybody out really nicely. So so we'll see.
Shira barely qualifies. Yeah, I mean he's had some rough spots. I think some people are, I think I'm excited about him being back, but then, he had a couple rough matches a couple months ago, and then they didn't show him for a few weeks, and now they're bringing him back, and you got to use him right. If he's not that technical of a wrestler, you just got to use him right and use him in power spots for clobbering. That's not a bad thing.
Where Shira's great is exactly how he was used on this show. He came to attack the guys at the end. Down. That's it. He's a muscle.
Yes.
But we'll see. We'll get to anyways, guys. This match, Ethan Page and Rich Swann. This was the match that Access TV used to highlight the show this week. Does anybody else get the texts? Jay, do you get the text messages every week?
Yes.
I get the text too.
Did
you click on the link? The link because the link was that was the highlight that they showed you. So guys, if you don't get them,
preview,
yeah, if you don't get the text, Impact will send out a hype text message on Tuesdays, letting you know
it's through Access TV. So if you go to the website, you can get the updates, email. You can leave your number or whatever. There's something on the website. You can get updates from Access TV.
It's really cool. And then they send you a preview exclusive clip like 3 hours before the show. The one they used to hype it was Page and Swann, and it was pretty cool. They showed you that kick sequence in the middle of the match. So I liked it a lot.
It's another name right there.
Oh, we got a lot. He's under. I think Dave Chris is underrated. So
yeah.
But Jay, let me this is your boy Ethan Page. What do you think about this match? Thoughts on this? This is two of the ones on your list.
This cracked me up. I love this because he was great in the ring with Rich Swann, dude. That Ethan Page is not a body guy. He jokingly calls himself a body guy.
He's doing the body guy extravaganza.
He's trying to. Well, yeah, he's booking the show, and he's trying to get more beefy or whatever. I don't think he'll ever look like Cage, but he is in better shape than he was a couple of years ago. I'll say that. I've seen the comparisons. He's definitely getting in better shape.
He's done a great job. Yes.
That Swanton bomb. Oh my God.
Impressive.
That was freaking epic. I would say it rivals Jeff Hardy's. It looked that good in the show.
It was pretty good for his size.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was like, for a guy his size doing that, and then he does that body slam off the top rope. When he started doing that, it's like, oh my God. Hey, and you know what? People use body slams all the time. He's the only one that does it off the top rope. That's insane.
That's true. This one kind of got messy, guys. Willie interfered. They kind of goaded him into it. Willie interfered. Rich was pissed about getting DQ'd as a result of Willie's interference. You're setting tension. Story. Give me more damn story. I love storylines like this. Slow burn. Let's not be impatient. I want to see where it goes.
Yeah, because he's putting Swann. Swann is going to be upset at Willie for losing his temper.
Yeah.
Willie should have taken the high road after that punch. Should have walked away.
Yep.
Would have kept the match going. But no, he is a bit of a hothead. He's from LA. And I don't know, is that a thing? I don't know. But anyways, he's from what is
South
it?
Central.
Oh, he's from
South Central.
He's from Compton, I guess, or whatever. So if that's a thing, I don't know. But he lost his temper, cost him the match, and
Jay, you don't get out much.
I'm an old fart. I was, I'm from Milwaukee. No, I don't get out much.
He's a small town guy living in a lonely world. Well, yeah, no, I think South Central, which is, a rough area. So is Compton. If you listen to early 90s rap, Compton is, the place.
NWA.
You know what's funny, though? Not going to know is Compton.
Love me some Eazy-E.
You know who was from Compton? Who was born in Compton? Big Van Vader was born in Compton, California.
No way.
Yeah. I remember reading that in his bio. He was born in Compton.
Would not have thought that.
Well, if you're that big, who's going to fuck with you? You're Vader.
It's Vader time.
It was a different time back then, too. Very different time.
It's over.
We go backstage again. Moose and Rhino continue brawling. This one was kind of an awkward one. It was in the locker room, and I think he just heard Rhino go Moose, and he like tackles him, and they brawl, and it was a little awkward. I'm like, why is this continuing? But again, I need these last minute matches like that have just been announced where you're not going to have too much time to build them. I need more of these segments. The more you got, put them online, put it anywhere you can, but you're going to need to build Cage, RVD, Moose, Rhino. We're going to need a lot of these, man. Fulton, Shamrock. Yeah, we're going to need stuff like this. So definitely let's get the content out there. I don't mind. It might have been a rush segment, whatever it was. I want it because I need to build it up. So let's keep that coming. Is that a Vader? Did the Lakers post a Vader emoji? Is that a Vader emoji? What the hell? Bell's boy. See, Bell's boy's been busting out some awesome trivia, some factoids today. Good stuff, Bell. Thank you for being in the chat today. Great stuff. Everybody, Jake, I gotta take a minute to acknowledge the chat. Everybody's killing it today. Yes. What has gotten into the why? Is it the holidays? Is it everybody's off? You're feeling good? I mean, I'm gonna after tomorrow, Jay, I'm off for like 9 days. I'm feeling great. I'm gonna pump out a shit ton of content on this stuff. I'm gonna call you up at 3 in the morning. We're gonna go live at 3 a.m. on something and say, hey, fuck it, jingle your bells, and we're gonna goddamn podcast. That's what we're gonna do.
He's gonna wake me up and be like, I'm out of do. I can't
get the rock stars, get woken up, but we're gonna do some fun shit. All right, I'm feeling good. It's the holidays. I should set this damn camera. I got a beautiful tree over there, and my camera's facing my wall of fame of all my records and my albums all my HEMI stuff and everything. I should face it the other way.
I have
the Bone, Mr. Bones, Psycho Sid Bones, J Bones. It's your relative. I gotta ask Bell's boy something. Are you from Chicago? Windy City Clay. He knows all about AAW here. Oh, I'm gonna be there. If you're from Chicago, I want to meet you at the Windy City Classic. Next Saturday, the 28th. So I'm going to be there, Jay. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, because AAW works with a lot of Impact talent. If you guys are Impact fans, Fight TV, $12.99. AAW's Windy City Classic. And you know what I missed? Check this out.
How much?
$12.99. We're keeping it cheap.
Wow.
Check this out. Just total sidebar. Check this out. The show I missed. The show I missed when I was out of town, the AAW show I had to miss. First time in history, in AAW history, Danny Daniels, the legendary Danny Daniels, gave the green light. Sami Callihan walked out with the Impact World title on an AAW show.
Nice.
And he said, I don't care about Josh Alexander's belt because this is the real world championship. So he went into full Sami, and it was interesting because Josh beat him for the title, and he's like, give a damn. Yeah.
So he came out. Josh is champ. Sami's not champ no more.
Sami's not. So he came out with the AAW title, which was interesting. So
that is interesting.
First time we ever. I'm sorry for the Impact title. First time we ever did that. Not a common thing. Even Ace Austin had the X Division belt with him, and he was going to come out, and they're like, "Wait a minute, hold on, slow down. one Impact belt's enough for right now." So
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to fuck with Sami. If Sami got in my face and be like, "Look, I brought the championship. I'm taking it out." I'd be, hey.
Oh, listen. We've had times. Moose was there when he was the grand champion, and it was not allowed. AAW was not a big fan of doing that. It was like, it wasn't, because it was one of those things like, we don't need to have all their belts on. We want to focus on ours. But this one, it made sense. Sami is one of our top guys, and he's the Impact champion. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got some interesting stuff. So, we're, you have to highlight that one comment, Jay. There's a comment there you got to highlight. Jesus Christ. I'm not going to say it because I want you to highlight it. Millard Harris, AAW does not hate Impact. There's a lot of friendship there. We've just, like I said, we haven't done a Twitch special or anything yet, but Scott and Danny go back many years. They wrestled each other. Danny Daniels, if you guys don't know Danny Daniels, he's a legend. You are Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
No hate from AAW to Impact, though. Absolutely not. Like I said, Danny and Scott are boys, man. Danny Daniels, if anybody doesn't know, is a legendary wrestler, and he owns AEW. He treats Seth Rollins as trainer. He's done countless things. If you look him up online, you'll see Danny's worked. ECW was, if anybody remembers ECW, he was Danny Daniels, heel referee in ECW. He actually worked in ECW too. He was the referee who was trying to fuck over Jerry Lynn in the match against Just Incredible. It's just for context. Anyway, we're getting sidebarred here. Okay, we're here. Joey Ryan paying his dues from Wrestlers Court the week before. Acey Romero getting his debut in New York City with Impact Wrestling. This was, it's a Joey Ryan match. It's got the goofy, it's got the dick spots, it's got the lollipop spots. The crowd does like him. I am personally not a fan of this stuff. That's just me. This was not my thing. But it worked for the crowd, man. The crowd liked it. I'm not into this stuff, but man, I can't deny that people love Joey Ryan. Jay, are you a Joey Ryan guy? What's your take?
Yeah, I was a fan of his going back to my introduction was in the old TNA Impact Wrestling, during the Gut Check?
Gut Check, yeah.
The oh so failed Gut Check. It was nice while it lasted. It's just the company just bombed right after, and that's why I say failed, because they got rid of everyone, and it just wasn't
tough time.
It just wasn't produced well, in my opinion. Joey Ryan, bringing him in for the contract, that was a lot of fun. And now it seems like he's done so much on his own.
Yeah.
It's whether you're a fan of his sleazy gimmick or not, for so many, it's like a rite of passage. If you can get that moment with Joey Ryan, because he has made himself such at a status in independent wrestling without being signed, it's like a rite of passage if you can get yourself dick flipped.
Yeah.
Male or female. It's like you could say, hey, I got dick flipped. It's hell, Ken Shamrock. He's having fun. He did it, and what did they say? AC babies. They called him damn near 500 pounds. Whatever they said. Whatever Callis said on the show.
And he got flipped.
Unbelievable. The strength of Joey Ryan's penis to flip a 500-pound man. That's just
pretty impressive, huh?
I'm speechless.
Listen, I can't deny this. He draws. I'm not gonna say he doesn't draw. It'd be so stupid of me to sit here and say he doesn't draw. I'm not a fan of it, but I can't deny it. And if he's doing something for Impact Wrestling, I'm all for it. Go ahead, Joey Ryan, do your thing, man. And listen, the Wrestlers Court,
a little comedy.
The Wrestlers Court segment was my segment of the year, hands down, fucking phenomenal. The segment of the year.
It was so good.
He was part of it.
Top goofy.
Amazing. So I'm all for it. Look, Joey Ryan, do your thing. Like I said, not mine, but if a lot of people like it, who the hell am I to say otherwise? It's fine by me. Swinger comes out in this match. Well, they go back and forth. Ryan's winning. Sweet Tooth Music is his finisher. But before that, Swinger comes out. Romero grabs his fanny pack. Ryan with a dick flip. It was so goofy because Swinger had his fanny pack on. It was funny, man. It was funny. And then, that even Kid Ref got the lollipop. So that was poor guy.
He sold that. Like $1 million. Oh my God, that was great.
He did. Kid Ref's funny, man. But
speaking of,
what do you got? What? Jaybone's pulling out some mystery gifts here. What are you doing here, Jay? What are we doing? What do we got? Did you pull that out of your crotch? I'd like Johnny Swizinger to to start selling fanny packs on shopimpact.com. Is anybody with me? Who would buy a Johnny Swinger fanny pack? Because I totally would, man.
I've got one. I got here. Let me switch the camera.
I got a Six Flags one that I use when I go to Six Flags. Oh, you got one?
Attitude Era 1999.
Of?
Well, WWF.
Just the logo? Okay. Damn, going back. Jay's doing coexistence thing. Jay's doing a line. Jesus Christ, Jaybone. Are you doing lines to stay up here? This is a family show, guys. We cannot talk about these things, but
where's my dollar bill?
Oh my God, Jaybone, off the rails. All right, guys, let's keep this going here. Gabby Loren interviews Tessa Blanchard. She asked Tessa, "Are you nervous about what Sammy's going to say and reveal about you later tonight?" She's not worried. She believes he's the one who's worried. So Tessa's confident, staying strong. You know, it's a gimmick bag. Sorry, coexistence. She is staying strong. I mean, they're making sure Tessa stays strong, protected, looking good going into Hard to Kill. So no doubt about it. We go backstage, and Elgin is in the back, and he's looking for he asks, "Where's Eddie Edwards' stuff?" And some of the rookies are like, "Oh, right there." And so he goes and he grabs Eddie's Call Your Shot trophy. So setting up Elgin and Edwards here, you know, and that's the next one. That is going to be a great match. Edwards and Elgin.
Didn't they just have one at one of the house shows?
I believe they did.
It was No Surrender, wasn't it?
No Surrender was Elgin and Larry D. So
what am I thinking of?
Maybe Motown Showdown. I haven't seen that one yet. I'm behind on that.
I haven't seen that one either. It was at some.
They must have had one of them at that last loop, maybe the PA loop they did. Could have been on that.
It was something like that. I forget.
Next match, Jay Ace Austin and Petey Williams. This is gonna.
What the hell is this?
Read it out loud, Jay. Read it out loud.
Jaybone is the love child of Seth Rogen and Joey Ryan. Oh my Lord! Thank you, Hakeem. I don't know whether to laugh or cry at that.
I want you to tell the wife about that comment. Tell the wife. Ace Austin and Petey. You know, this match, I wish I got a little more shine, because you think about it, Jay. This is the new generation versus the old. It's the new versus old. I mean, Petey is an OG X Division champion, and Ace Austin's the current guy, 22 years old, taking out Petey Williams. So kind of cool, you know. It was but it was not a long match. It was a back and forth. Petey went for the destroyer a few times. He missed. He couldn't get it on. Goes for the power. He went and hits a power bomb, but an Ace reversed it. Fold, cover. Austin wins. So pretty standard match, but kind of cool to see Ace Austin square off against Petey Williams. Though I don't know. What do you think? I'm a big Petey Williams mark, so I like seeing Petey when I can. Plus, he's a throwback to the old TNA days to me.
Didn't these two already have a match? But it was like right at the beginning of Ace Austin's like undefeated thing, like in the beginning.
In Canada. Was it in Canada or Vegas they had a match? I think you're right.
Something like that.
Well, I'm going to kick it over to the man, Critical Sting, the trivia king himself. Critical Sting, verify that. Where and when did Ace Austin?
Here we go. Unbreakable.
Okay.
See, I know that.
Elgin Eddie was unbreakable. Yeah. Well, he's gonna bust out the next stat that I just asked about. So, Critical Sting knows he's like a human dictionary of Impact Wrestling stats. It's crazy. We go to the back, and Trey confronts Ace Austin. You know, about talking about his mom, and he's like, I was talking about my mom, this and that. So they start brawling. You know, and then Reno Scum comes in.
I have never seen Trey
was fired up.
Mad. Like, I've seen them all goofy, laughing, high, whatever. That's their stick, you know? But I have never seen Trey, like, snot bubbles screaming mad. That was crazy.
It was cool. It's cool to see a little fire. I like it, and I like seeing that fire prior to that title shot. It gives some heat on the title shot. I like it.
It brings a little more serious to it than because it's like I said, it shows another side to the Rascals because they are so goofy and so comical and so laid back.
Yes, I agree.
Once you start talking about somebody's mama, that's when shit gets real. Hey, did you know that Mrs. Miguel follows me on Twitter?
Whoa, Jaybone. Trade's gonna whoop your ass too now. Don't like to handle the wife here. That one.
I was surprised.
You really are making it for the scumbag Kyle here. You know that, right?
Somebody's gotta.
That's true. Callahan makes his way down to the ring, guys. He starts going in to expose Tessa Blanchard. He calls her a fake, a phony, just like all you fans. You know, he goes into all the fans. My Sami impersonation is pretty good today. I'm digging the tone. I'm actually proud of myself.
You are on, my brother.
It's on. Maybe it's the Mio vitamin water here. Like something's doing it because it's on right now. But
I don't know what the hell was in this. I don't
know, just water, your regular water. But he starts going in about. He's like, "Did you know she was? She's Tully Blanchard's her dad. She was raised by Magnum TA. Like, he's basically saying she's privileged. She got help. She got phone calls made for her. Blanchard's music hits, and she comes down. Fulton stops her. Shamrock runs down. They start brawling with Fulton. It's a whole big brawl. Tessa and Sami break out and start fighting to the back. And this, Jay, I had people contacting me personally about how good this brawl was. Disco Inferno even said, finally, a brawl that looks like an actual fight. It's exactly what I thought. Exactly what I thought, man. I was like, they're beating the fuck out of each other in the streets of New York. And I missed. I'm sorry, hold on. Real pause. Critical Sting. He answered the trivia. Where was it?
Oh, here. Is this it?
Ace took out Petey. Okay, Rebel Complex. Ace stole Petey's win the open. Yes, this guy fucking knows everything.
Unbelievable.
Jesus. Ace took on Petey at the Rebel Complex because Ace stole Petey's win in the opening match at Rebellion. Boom! God damn it, man. Critical Sting. Shit. I cannot out trivia him at all. I can't. Anyway, the brawl. Now, if you see the brawl, guys, there's bystanders driving by. There's a woman who's carrying her groceries walking by.
They stopped traffic.
Stopped legit traffic. And people are like, what the fuck's going on here? I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, this brawl was legit. They were cussing, they were screaming at each other. Sami at one point, I don't remember who threw who into what, but at one point, I believe it was Sami took Tessa and like suplexed her or DDT'd her or something into five guys all went down. And man, they were all over the place. He was throwing her into the truck, dragging each other down the block, throwing Tessa into. I just want to stop this for a second and say how damn tough Tessa is. She was thrown into how many buildings in this segment? She had caution tape wrapped around her head, choked, wires.
Tough broad, man.
These two almost getting hit by cars.
Dude,
Tessa diving out of a frigging truck.
Oh,
this is unbelievable.
My favorite was a lady carrying her groceries who was walking by, sees a camera. She's like, what the fuck? And she just runs away.
She comes into the camera. Cars are stopped.
Like, what?
she looks at the camera. She's like, oh, shit. She just keeps going.
That one, I lost it when I saw that. Phenomenal brawl. It looked like a fight because you did it raw. You did it in the middle of the street where people didn't know what was going on. The traffic was like, what the fuck is this? I've been on that corner. I went to Bound for Glory 18 in that building. And that is the right outside, man. That is right out front. Usually where people are lined up to get in. That's when, and those are the production trucks out front. So it is like that's the deal, man. There is no bullshit. There's residential near there. Like that was no bullshit, man. But she took a hell of a beating. She gave it back. Great. And I love that it ended with like Sami retreating, her chasing him down across the street. Perfect. Go off the air with that. It left you wanting so much more. I absolutely love the Jaybone. This was one of the best brawls. Yeah, okay. I got to talk about this. Sid Bones brings it up. The lawn dart into the truck. I know Sami, and I know he's fucking, we're all marks. And I know he lawn darted her into the trailer like goddamn Kevin Nash did Rey Mysterio. That's all that was. And I know I'm going to fucking see him next weekend. I'm going to ask him, and I'm like, tell me right now, that was totally your throwback to lawn darting, to Rey Mysterio getting lawn darted. Tell me right now, and then do not deny this shit. And I'm totally going to bring that up. So
a tribute to NWO.
He's gonna be like, say some shit like this. It'll be like, yeah, of course you know it was. Because you know why? Because when you're NWO, you're NWO for life. That's what he's gonna tell me. He's gonna tell me that, and I know it. So, but that wrapped it up for life. I got my black and white one over there. Shit. Next week. Great stuff. That was the episode, guys. I think this was a great episode. Further, it set up a few more things for Hard to Kill. We gotta nail it. I'm talking, we gotta hit it hard for the next 3 weeks for Hard to Kill, because you only got one episode left. These throwback award shows don't count unless I really hope they filmed a ton of shit in the can and it's in the can for Twitter and maybe put it on Twitch. Throw it everywhere you can. I want to see it floating around. You got to further these storylines because you only got one show left before Hard to Kill. That's actually going to be a broadcast show after these best ofs, Jay. What do you think? Am I wrong? You think we need to see some content, man?
Yeah, especially with all these non-title matches going on. You got Elgin, Edwards. You've got Shamrock and Fulton, Moose and Rhino. And we talked about that a little bit. You don't have to do a whole lot with that, but it'd be nice to see a little more on the Ken Shamrock Fulton angle. But honestly, the more I think about it, that's not one you need a ton of content for. I mean, Fulton's not going to cut a hell of a promo. Neither is Shamrock. Those two are just going to, brawl, I'll tell you what's missing in some of these matches. Not that you need a ton of stipulations, but I'd like to see a couple stipulations added.
Right now, they're pretty clean. They're pretty clean matches, right? There's no
they're just cut and dry, just pinfall. So
we might get some. Those are the kind of things you can announce that week before too. I want to address one quick comment I see from Dad Ass and Titties. Great name. The Killer Kross thing we talked about in the beginning of the show. So if you're just joining us, you can rewind over as soon as we're going to go off the air in a little bit. Definitely zip back. We talked about it at the beginning of the show. We went into detail about it. So, but yeah, man, Jay, that does it, man. That is the episode, December 17th. We're going to break for a holiday. They got the best of specials coming up on 12/28. And what is the other one here? I got the 4th. There's going to be the next one after that. So the next new episode is not going to be till January 7th, 2020, guys. So remember, mark your calendars.
And that's legit right before the pay-per-view.
Right before the pay-per-view. So, guys, another quick thing. If you haven't signed up for the alerts from Access TV, get those. It's a good little reminder, especially for what these changes coming up are. Free text messaging, nothing too crazy. They send you a little clip. But I want to talk I want to just go ahead and discuss Hakeem Fullerton's also putting his top 10 list together. Guys, give him a follow. Hakeem, throw your Twitter handle out because he's been putting out some awesome articles, and definitely check out his list as well, guys. So, Jay, that's going to do it for this episode. Let's decide right now, while we got everybody on with us, keep us accountable for it. should we get together, do a 2019 recap show? What do you say? Quick highlights. Maybe we'll talk for an hour.
Absolutely. Yeah. We could pick favorite, pick a handful of categories.
We'll do our own little best stuff. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do that, guys. Jay and I will figure out a time, with Kyle as well. We'll do a little 2019 recap. We'll do our own little awards thing here. Talk about, maybe we might do it on the OG channel. How about that, Jay? We might do it there.
That would be a great idea.
Yeah, because I think BQ is going to do one here. So let's go ahead. We'll throw it on the Total Nonstop Impact YouTube channel. So guys, if you're not sub to that, search right now, Total Nonstop Impact. You'll see our logo. That's the OG channel. Everything's cross-posted. This show goes there too. I got a playlist of everything. The throwback shows are exclusively there. We're going to do some cool stuff. So let's get that out there. We'll do that during the break, guys, while these best ofs are airing. So we'll do that. Jay, let's start wrapping it up. Let these people go. Where can people find you online?
You can find me on the old little Twitter box over at Jaybone5150. That's Jaybone 5150. You can also find me on that other little podcast channel called Smash This Podcast. 6 years running. Go on over. Give it a sub. Just trying to grow. I talk about a bunch of different things, pretty much everything but WWE right now. Although there has been some interesting news coming out lately.
There has. Definitely talk about that on Smash for sure. I know what you're going to talk about. I think that's interesting, actually.
Somebody coming out of retirement. I won't say any names. So yeah, that's a hot topic, definitely. And Smash This Podcast is on Instagram, Facebook, and the Twitter box as well.
Very good. Very good. Guys, you can follow me at Vanilla Joke on Instagram and Twitter, and HEMI Music, HEMI, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, HEMImusic.com, guys. Get on there if you want to support HEMI. You want to support what we've done for Impact Wrestling this year. Get your HEMI CDs and merchandise on HEMImusic.com. The show. Do not forget, guys, you can follow the show on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at We Talk Impact. Just at We Talk Impact, and the Total Nonstop Impact social media comes up in all the searches. Guys, we are like 4 followers away from 1,000 on Twitter. If you're not following us on Twitter, go on there right now. Follow us at We Talk Impact. It's been a remarkable year. I'm going to send my thank yous and shout outs when we do our recap episode, Jay. We'll put it out there. But I want to thank everybody here for that. That's it. You guys have been the best, hands down the best fans, listeners, and overall friends. God damn, you guys have been great. Don't forget, guys, you can get this podcast on audio formats along with the Impact Lounge YouTube. You can get this audio at iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, and pretty much wherever podcasts are found, guys. Rate, review, subscribe. Get the word out there. Let us know what you think. Add it to your playlist. Add it to your favorites. It's been doing great on iTunes. I'm so proud of it. We're coming up in a lot of recommended searches. Big shout out to Front Row Materials, Mike Freeland, Jerry Lynn, and Mikey Whipwreck for putting us over. Thank you, boys, for doing that. And again, to Michael Elgin and Ethan Page for the endorsements recently. We really appreciate that, guys. Anything else, Jay? Am I missing anything?
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas,
Merry
whatever
Christmas.
You guys celebrate. Be safe this holiday season. Much love.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, guys. Much love to you. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. It's a great holiday season. Hope you get all the things you guys want. We love you all. Really, we do. You've been our Christmas gift, honestly, making us so proud to do this for you every week. It's totally a thrill for both. I know we both love it.
I gotta say, that's one of the highlights of 2019. Absolutely is becoming part of this family. In my 6 years of podcasting, I have not felt this kind of love. It's been effing amazing. Thank you,
guys. Jay gets recognized when he goes to Impact events now. I think that's what sealed the deal for him. That's when he realized this is a pretty nice family to be part of.
I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Friggin' Johnny Bravo comes up to me and gives me a hug. I was like, that's it. That's my year right there.
That's it. Can I just make a quick plug for Johnny Bravo, guys, listeners? Johnny Bravo was interviewed by Tommy Dreamer because Tommy Dreamer has a podcast too. Who knew?
The House of Hardcore podcast on YouTube. Yes.
And it's on iTunes and everything too. Guest this week, Johnny Bravo. What an amazing story he has to tell. Guys, go listen to Johnny Bravo on Tommy Dreamer's podcast.
It's on my to-do list.
You will love him even more. I love the guy. I love him even more after that. Check it out, guys. But that's going to do it for us. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us, hanging with us for nearly an hour and a half. We appreciate it. That was the December 17th, 2019 edition of Impact Wrestling. We will talk to you again. Keep your ears and eyes open to the social media pages at We Talk Impact, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We will announce when we'll do our recap best of 2019. So definitely join us for that, guys. Thank you so much. Jay, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye to the people.
Bye, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.
Night, folks. Much love.